demo, here's what's going to happen. First thing is you got to reach up and grab the handle. Go ahead. Reach up. Grab it. You got to pull it down and say, ching. Yep. Then I want to hear silver cup. Silver what? Silver cup. Yep. And you'll come up here and ring the bell. Okay? Every demo that you book, we're going to give you some raffle tickets. Okay? Tomorrow, we're going to give away some free Cutco that does not come in your sample kit. And we're going to give away some free Cutco that if you have in your sample kit, you're going to sell that shit on almost every single demo that you do. Okay? So when you come up, silver cup, boom, ring the bell, we're going to give you raffle tickets. Your best 5 customers, 1 through 5, is worth 3 tickets in the drawing. Okay? 6 through 10 is worth 2 tickets. 11 through 20 is worth 1. Does that make sense? Okay? And the person that books the very first demo in the training class is going to be worth an additional 3 bonus tickets. Okay? So if you get one of your best 5 and your first, it's 6 tickets in the drawing. You're going to hold on to those tickets. You're going to bring them back tomorrow for the drawing. Does that make sense? Okay, so when you book a demo, what do you need to do? And then what? Come on, man. Say all you need, man. Silver cups are national champions. Silver cup. There you go. Yeah. Okay, listen. These right here, those are national championship trophies. Okay, we got another 6 in this room because we had to take one of the tables away for training. Okay. Every demo that we book as a team gets us closer to winning another national championship. So when you book a demo, say it like you mean it. Silver what? Silver cup. Say it like you mean it, man. Silver cup. Okay, there you go. Then you come up here. Boom, you're going to ring the bell. We're going to give you some raffle tickets. Okay, Bella, if you can hook some people up with some tickets. So everyone's going to be helping us with this. Once you have 3, you can grab pizza and meet with me. Okay? And then once you have 5, you can head out. All right? Now, let me give you some assignments, and I'm going to give you some instruction on how to look up phone numbers. Okay? So turn to the back cover of your training manual. I'm going to give you some assignments. Okay? By the way, I want you to know, first of all, you've gotten through the toughest day of training. Okay? Today's our hardest day. Today I'm coming at you nonstop pretty much the entire day. Tomorrow is a cakewalk. Tomorrow we tie a bow on it, we dot some I's, cross some T's. Tomorrow's our wrap-up day. We talk about how to turn in orders, how to get referrals. We cut a bunch of stuff up. We talk about the Fast Start contest. We talk about the advertising bonus program, give you a chance to recommend some friends. We also go through, the virtual demo. So tomorrow's easy. So you got through the toughest day of training. So a couple assignments. Now, when I give you assignments, I'm going to there's one in particular assignment I'm going to give you tonight that is going to take you time and more time than any other assignment I will ever give you. And the reason is because it's the most important assignment. You want to put some serious time and effort into these assignments. Okay? So here's what we want to jot down. When I give you an assignment like this, I'm going to give you a couple different levels to shoot for. The first level is going to be a mandatory level. Now, what does the word mandatory mean? It means required. Now, am I saying if you don't do this, I'm going to fire you? No, I'm not saying that. When I'm saying this is mandatory, what am I saying? This is mandatory for you to be successful with the job. You need to do this. Okay? So I'm going to give you a mandatory level. Then I'm going to give you a level that's a good job. Okay? Solid job, good job. If it was school, that would be a good, solid B. Okay? Then I'm going to give you a level that's a great job. Where if you want to go out there and you want to make $1,000, $2,000+ your first 10 days, that's what you want to be shooting for. If you want to be someone who competes to be one of the best trainees in your training class, that's what you want to be shooting for. If you're an athlete, that's what you want to be shooting for. If you're a 4.0 student, that's what you want to be shooting for. Does that make sense? So, one, mandatory, good, and great. Okay, level number 1. So your first assignment is your initial names and numbers list. Your initial names and numbers list. Now, you guys already have all these names. Now it's about adding the phone numbers. Okay? So your first assignment, the most important assignment I'll ever give you, is your initial names and phone numbers list. And you want to put some good time into this. I mean, I remember when I got home, guys, I spent a couple hours doing this. I mean, I got home, I started texting all my friends. And by the way, we didn't have iPhones. There was not even a freaking keyboard. It was a Motorola Razr with T9. You had to press the 3 button 3 times to type the letter C. Do you understand how? There was no copy and paste. You know how long it took to text all my friends, get their mom's phone numbers? It took forever, okay? I sat down with my mom for probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We went through her cell phone, her address book, old sports rosters, the Boy Scout roster, our neighborhood directory. We went through, like, our middle school, anywhere we had phone numbers. And we made a big list of anyone I could show Cutco to. Okay, so sit down with mom and dad when you get home. Text your friends. I'm going to talk about how to do that here in just a moment. But this is something you want to put some serious time and effort into. So initial names and phone numbers list, 3 levels. Level number 1. Level number 1. Level number 1 is 75 to 100 names and phone numbers. 75 to 100 names and phone numbers. Now, you already have the names. All of you have at least that many names, probably a lot more than that. Now it's just about pairing the phone numbers with them. Okay, that's level number 1, and that is a great job. That is setting yourself up to make $1,000, $2,000+ your first 10 days. That is an A. That is a home run. That's kicking ass and taking names at that assignment. That's a great job. Level number 2 is 50 to 75. That's a really good, solid job. That's a real solid job. Okay? Mandatory is 25 to 50. And most of you probably already came in today with like 15 or 20. You know, really the number needs to be like 30, 40, ideally 40 to 50, but really at least 30 to 40. Okay? So mandatory is 25 to 50. Now, if you look at page number 19 in your training manuals real quick. Look at page number 19. This is going to help you with adding more names and phone numbers to your list. First, the very top of page 19 will help you add names. As an example, I bet your family doctor isn't on your list right now. That's a great person to show Cutco to. How many of you wore braces? I wonder if your orthodontist is on your list. Probably not. That's a great person to show Cutco to. My orthodontist, Dr. Hershey, bought a Homemaker Plus 8 for me. My dentist, Dr. Weiss, bought a Homemaker Plus 8 for me. Okay? My nurse practitioner from when we were kids, like my pediatrician's nurse practitioner, bought a Homemaker Plus 8 for me. Okay? You know, I bet that your parents' real estate agent isn't on your list. But if your parents have bought a home at some time over the last 5 or 10 years, that person made quite a bit of money from that sale. That's something you can definitely go do a demo for. If your parents invest money into the market, they probably have a financial planner. That person's a great person to have on your list. You know, your ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend's parents. I know that sounds awkward, but I'm just going to tell you, Brittany Sylvester, okay, her mom, Mary Ellen, bought, I don't know, it wasn't a huge sale, but she bought about $1,600 for me. I'm glad I called her. So that'll help you brainstorm more names. Useful resources. You know, obviously sit down with your mom and dad. That's a big one. Okay? The other big ones are things like sports rosters. How many played sports? Every team that you want had a roster, and on that roster there were probably parents' names, parents' emails, parents' phone numbers, kids' names, right? Look up old sports rosters. If you can get your hands on a directory, a neighborhood directory, a church directory, a pool or a country club directory, a high school directory, whatever, that'll be really, really helpful for you too. Okay? Now, look where it says creating phone numbers. This is how you cultivate a list of names and phone numbers. See, you got to treat yourself like a farmer tonight. That's how you got to think about it. Does a farmer get paid to go out there and sow his fields? No. Does he get paid to go out there and plant his crops? No. Does he get paid to go out there and water his crops? Does he even get paid to harvest his crops? No. What does he get paid? For selling those crops. You got to do the sow the field, plant the seed, all that. That is looking up phone numbers, okay? So see where it says initial text message, hey, I need a favor? And then, so when you send this out to people, you're going to send it out to people that you know well, people that you're acquainted with, people maybe that you haven't talked to in a while, right? And you're going to get one of 3 reactions, okay? Most of your good friends are going to be like, if you text your good friend, you're like, hey, need a favor, just started a new job, they can help me with a scholarship, want to see if your mom can help, what's her number? They're going to be like, yeah, sure, no problem, here it is, right? The people that you know pretty well, but maybe you haven't talked to in a while, you'll send them that text message, they're going to be like, well, what's it for? They're just going to like ask for some more details. You're going to say, I'm just doing appointments to help me save money for college. Or, I'm just doing appointments to help me develop experience for my resume. I just need their opinion on what / how I'm doing. I need 5 more appointments with adults to hit my goal. I want to see if they can help me out. Smiley face emoji, probably one with sunglasses. What's their number? Okay. So who do you want to send that text message to? Who do you want to send that to? Right? Because in your phone, on Facebook, on social media like Instagram, Snapchat, there are really 3 groups of people, right? People that you know well, you talk to all the time. People that you know okay, but you don't really talk to very often, and then people that you don't really know and you don't really talk to. What percentage of those people could we show Cutco to their moms? Really, all of them. But at least 80 or 90%. So you want to send that out to as many people as possible. Now, let's say you don't have their phone number in your contacts. What can you do? Shoot them a DM on Instagram. Should my message on Snapchat? Does that make sense? Well, you want to put some real time and effort into looking this up, okay? That's really, really important. Any questions on that at all? Okay? If people ask questions, look on page 20. They're like, oh, are you selling something? Or let me ask them first. That's a big one. There's some responses there on page 20 for that. You guys see that? Is that in there for you? So, see where it says objections, kind of the same thing there. You guys can. Okay? So, you want to put some real effort into reaching out to friends and acquaintances, classmates, teammates, like all that, sitting down with mom and dad, and getting a big list together. That's the most important part. And listen, it's not like it ends tonight, and this is the only time we're ever doing this. You want to get as many as you can tonight, follow with people tomorrow morning that didn't respond, or people that you didn't get to. And then you can continue adding to it during your first week or two on the job. And just keep adding to that. That's the most important part. Okay? Any questions on that? All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spread out. We're going to start making phone calls. This is going to be called a phone jam. I'm going to put some tunes on. Okay? We're going to rock the phone. Once you have your first 3 appointments booked, you grab pizza and come meet with me. Once you have 5 appointments booked, you can head out. Just make sure you check out with me and give me a quick wave before you do so. Okay? When I meet with you one-on-one, I'm going to review your goals. I'm going to talk a little about your schedule, and we'll get some more. I'll get some more individualized time with you to review those things. If I haven't gotten your info sheet yet, bring that with you, please, so I can review it with you. Okay, so we're going to spread out. Once you book a demo, what do you say? Silver Cup. Come on, do it with me. Say what?
Silver Cup.
And then you're going to do what? I kind of like the double ring, personally. I'm a big fan of the... Yeah. Okay, then we're going to give you some tickets. Okay? And once you have 5, you can head out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you can spread out all throughout the office. You can go wherever you want. Okay, but don't start till I say go. First person booked is 3 bonus tickets. Don't start till I say go. Go and spread yourselves out, but wait till I say go. Wait till I say go. Okay? Don't start till I say go. Wait. Okay. You can spread out anywhere you want to go in the office. You can go in the front. You can go in the interview room. You can stay in here. Once you have 3, you're going to grab pizza and meet with me. Book 3 and meet with me. Okay. On your marks. Remember, best 5 first. Not your easiest customers. Call your best ones. Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go.